And we're off. Another adventure to the trail. Do 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 do. Hey y'all, how's it going? Yes, I know you are gonna notice right away my beautiful blonde hair. Ooh, look like Goldilocks. Oh, just kidding. Today was Friday. I wanted to just do a little something fun, a little pick-me-up for myself so I feel good and I feel pretty. Yeah, what do you think of my hair? Yeah, don't worry. It's not real. It's not real. You can probably tell. I definitely tricked a lot of my coworkers. Everyone, majority of the team definitely thought I dyed it. And then I was like, yeah, yep, true. And then others are like, no, that's a wig. I'm like, yeah, you got me. Anyways, so we're gonna take off on the trail. This will be third outing on the trail with Judd here. Da, 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 da. So I'm super excited to see how he's gonna do crossing the creek and then crossing the deeper water. Yesterday he was still a little hesitant and stopping in the middle, but I did get him to stop for a few seconds and then he wanted nothing to do and just get out. So let's go ahead and give it another shot, and then we're gonna keep galloping up and down the valley and just have a lot of fun and expose this guy to some fun. Okay, one thing I do want to share with you guys is how important teaching your horse on the ground side passing is, and how important it is that you should practice it when you're in the arena, when you're on the trail. I'm just going to tell you that teaching your horse to side pass, to step over, is super, super ideal, especially if you want your horse to get closer to an obstacle, like for an example, the gate. Then you don't have to get off your horse. So definitely work on that with your horses, and you're gonna see how helpful that skill is, because then you don't have to ever get off the horse to open up the gate, or ever get off to reach over and grab your water, your drink, whatever. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. So this is just the third time that we've gone through here, and haven't really done a lot of practicing opening and closing the gate. So this will be the third time that we actually do it. And we'll see how he does. Last time he did not want to stand still, and he kept on moving over because the gate was getting closer to him. So we'll see what we do today. All right, hang on to your saddles. Let's go. Okay. So guys, keep in mind you want the horse's nose facing the entrance of the gate, because you're obviously going to want to turn the horse in to the other side, and then you're going to use your lay cue to move their hind end over. So here he didn't really move his hind end, he moved his front end. So that's why we got a little too far away than I wanted, but it's okay, he's learning. And your horses will be learning too if you don't really practice this with them. So it's not going to be perfect for a couple tries. Just keep consistent and practicing, and the horse will eventually understand. Right here, I want Judd's hind end to move over, and instead of moving over, he backs up. So I'm going to apply pressure, and the challenge is you got to hold the gate so it doesn't, swing open or close. Just imagine there's livestock on the other side of the gate. You don't want to blow that gate completely open, because then all your livestock is going to run out. So here I'm not going to push him too much. He did get close enough for me to where I needed him to be, but we're definitely going to work a little more because I want that hind end to move over. He did step his front feet over, so I was happy with that. So, I'm not going to nitpick him right now because he's learning. This is all new.
And there you have it. We opened it up successfully. Now, I know closing it, we struggle a little bit, but that's okay. Within time, he's going to do a little better, and he's going to understand my leg cues. So don't forget, guys, practice that side passing in the arena, on the ground, and on your horse, okay? It's going to help you tons. Camo is living the life. I love watching him swim. All right, we're here, and Judd is willingly walking forward. I didn't have to apply a lot of pressure. Okay, just coming in. No snorting. I don't feel him stiff. He wants to drink. I'm gonna loosen up that rope. Remember, guys, don't forget to point that nose in the direction you want that horse to go. Well, he's doing good. You're doing good. Nope, not the branches. Watch your head, because you don't want the horse to take you into branches. There you go. Good boy. Are you thirsty? Good boy. We are back to the scary, deep, dark swamp water. Day 3 of passing the deep water. So you may have noticed and observed that I do in fact let Judd eat grass. Only if it's near the water. And if we're getting closer to the water, I may let him nibble here and there, only because it really builds that horse's confidence. It gives them that comfort. You know, that comfort food? And then they start to trust and not be a nerve wreck. So that is the only reason why I've let him eat grass. Now the goal is today is to actually have him stand in the middle of the deep water without being so nervous and rushing out. So I'm going to hold him back. This is where you want to hold them back to make sure that they stop. And if they're resisting and resisting, okay, you tried, let them go ahead and go through, because this is where it could get real dangerous. You pull them too hard, your horse is very likely to rear up and throw you on the ground. Or never mind, throw you into the water. If you don't want to go for a swim and you don't want a horse on top of you, don't pull them that hard, okay? You gotta just feel it out. Feel how your horse is doing. Because the second time that I brought him out, I felt like he really got up, and he could have, and luckily he didn't, he could have reared up on me and we could have gone down. But I didn't. I let him go and I said, all right, bud, you tried, let's get out of the water. Okay? So keep those things in mind, because there's the times where you got to just let the horse do what they got to do to get you to safety, and just try it all over again. Okie dokie. Wish us luck. As we approach, he walks a little more comfortable, a little more confident towards the water. And yes, I do give him a little break so he could munch on some grass, investigate that. Here we are, back to the water. And then I do encourage him for forward motion. So he's ducking his head to smell, but then there he wanted to turn around, and I immediately corrected him and asked him forward. And then he willingly pawed the water, which was really good because he's investigating, and that's making him think. And, I increased the pressure, say, okay, come on, bud. We've done this before. We know we're going to go forward. He's a little hesitant, but he tries, and he actually goes into the water. Right here, he's playing with it, and then I just let him kind of do his thing. And then he goes over to the grass, and we just take another little break here. He's not trying to turn around, but I am ready if he does. And then I ask him, okay, that's enough. Let's go forward.
He goes forward. He's actually not rushing. Here I'm holding him back because I want him to take some time to just investigate in the center of the water and to know that he's okay. He's not sinking. He's not going to fall or get hurt. And he does it. Yay! On our way back, here I don't have much trouble with him getting into the shallow end, and he starts walking forward. We don't really eat grass. I do hold him back here, but he's resisting. I hold him a couple times. He ducks his head down and say, okay, investigate. But then he's like, nope, I want to go. So that's where I reward and say, all right, you did stay there for a couple seconds without jumping out of the water, and I will reward. We're heading back through, and because I want him to get comfortable. Consistency is going to be key in being patient with your horse. So here I am being a little more assertive and asking more forward motion, but still we'll have a bite or two, and then we'll continue on to cross. Okay, here we are reattempting, and you can already tell I don't have to hold him back as much, but I do hold him, and you can tell in his stride that he is walking slower and he's taking his time. He's not rushing. And this is right here the first time he actually stops in this spot particular to investigate, to take a little snack, and I'm okay with it because look, all four legs are in the water. We're still pretty deep. And he's not nervous. He's not shaking or anything. And look at that. He just calmly and carefully goes out of the water. Okay, here I actually try to cross him into closer instead of going into the shallow part first. And he tries. He does put a foot in the water, as you saw, a little bit of splash. I'm letting him investigate because this is a different angle that we're approaching. And he's already very confident and he's okay. So he steps in that deep end. The center right there is deep. I'm holding him back. I am starting to hold him a little back. We do wait a little longer and he comes right out of the water. I think he's just stepping really highly because he's like, oh my gosh, this is really deep. What do I do? What do I do? But that was a very calm crossing.
All right, that there to me, I'm very happy with that. He was not as nervous as the first couple times. He's definitely starting to trust and to just love and enjoy the water. So I did let him eat quite a bit in there just so he knows that, hey, the water's fun. And if you do it, I'm going to reward you with some yummies, some green grass. Hey, don't step on me. Yeah, so that's okay. So he did stay in the middle a little longer than usual. So I'm very proud of him. He did his best. I do feel that he's still a little nervous, but I mean, what horse isn't? It's really deep and he's never been in water before. So I go all out, you know. I don't baby the horses. You want them to be confident, you got to give them some hard tasks. Okay, let's go gallop. Woohoo! Somebody was eager to get some attention. This is my 3-year-old. She getting big. She's definitely sprouted a little bit here within the month. Pistolita, my little pistol. Pew, pew, pew. You can tell she's got some sass in her. I love it. She's gonna be my next barrel partner, guys. She's happy just lunging. Come on. Oh. Okay, come on. I'm doing this with one hand. Good girl. Look at her sass. Love it. I love spirited horses. Oh, good girl. Oh, she's so cute. Back. 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 Good girl.